So, only about 2 weeks left until version 5.7 drops, and with it comes one of the biggest banner lineups we've seen in a while. We're talking Skirk, Emily, Shinhe, and Mavuika for massive 5 stars, all in a single patch. Whether you're saving up or planning to go all in on one of them, one thing is clear, you're going to need a lot of Primogems. In this video, we're going to break down exactly how many Primogems you can realistically get in version 5.7. We'll go over the sources, the expected events, and what you can expect to walk away with if you're a free-to-play player, a Welcome user, or even a Battle Pass enjoyer. And yeah, spoiler alert, it's once again not looking amazing for S2P players. But let's go through the full math together, and you'll see what I mean. Version 5.7 is officially scheduled to run from June 18th to July 30th, which means we're looking at a full 42 days of content, events, and of course, Primogem opportunities. And as always, the backbone of your Primogem income will be the daily commissions. Doing these simple tasks each day will reward you with 60 Primogems that add up to a solid total of 2,520 Primogems. On top of that, we're getting new quests in version 5.7. You can expect around 340 Primogems in total from this content. Now let's talk about Spiral Abyss. As always, it resets once per month, but in this version, we're only getting one reset within the 5.7 window. That means if you clear all 12 floors, you'll be able to claim 800 Primogems. We also have another reset coming from the Imaginarium Theater. Just like Spiral Abyss, you can get 800 Primogems from clearing it entirely. So that's another chunk of premium currency added to your total, if you're able to complete it. Lastly, we shouldn't forget the smaller sources of Primogems' new achievements. These are usually added when new content drops or when new gameplay mechanics are introduced. And while they don't offer huge amounts, they're still worth mentioning. For this version, it's safe to expect around 20 Primogems from new achievements. Now, let's talk about the big new addition, the Tumult Subduer. This is the new Abyss-like endgame mode that's being introduced in version 5.7. But don't stress out too much, you won't need to clear all the content to get Primogems from it. You'll be able to earn up to 450 Primogems just by doing difficulties 1 through 3, which is great for more casual players who don't want to grind the toughest bosses. And trust me, that's welcome news considering how hard these bosses are starting to get. We're also getting 4 character trials this patch: Skirk, Emily, Shinhe, and Mavuika. Each trial gives 20 Primogems, which means a total of 80. On top of that, Paymon's bargain shop will reset once during the patch, giving you 5 pulls worth of Stardust exchange. That's another 800 Primogems. Now on to events. We've got quite a few planned, although we'll get the full rundown during the 5.7 special program, which is scheduled for this Friday. Based on what we know so far, the total Primogems expected from the events in this patch are 2,390. That's fairly standard, but we're hoping some surprises get added. Either way, I'll be doing a full breakdown of all events after the live stream. And of course, I'll also post all 3 redeem codes worth 100 Primogems each the moment they go live. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. They expire really fast. Speaking of that, the 5.8 special program will also happen in 5.7 in the second phase. There, we'll also be getting 3 codes worth 300 Primogems in total. And somewhere throughout the version, we usually get at least 1 additional redeem code worth 60. So we'll count in 360 Primogems from promo codes. And of course, don't forget the regular update maintenance that happens right after a new patch drops. That's another 600 Primogems for everyone. Now, let's total it all up. If you're playing completely free-to-play, no Welcome, no Battle Pass, you're looking at around 9,160 Primogems throughout version 5.7. That equals roughly 57 pulls, give or take. And yeah, that's not bad, but not amazing either. To compare, in version 5.5, F2P players were able to get almost 13,000 Primogems. So while this isn't the worst patch ever, it's definitely weaker, even with the addition of Tumult Subduer. Now, if you're running Welcome Moon, you'll get an additional 90 Primogems every day. Over the course of 42 days, that's exactly 3,780 extra Primogems. When you add that to the free-to-play base of 9,160, your total goes up to 12,940 Primogems, which equals roughly 81 pulls. And if you're also buying the Battle Pass on top of that, you get another 1,320 Primogems, bringing your new total up to 14,260 Primogems, about 89 pulls in total for the version. So yeah, that's the math. And like I said earlier, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not great either, especially when you look at what's coming. Skirk is almost guaranteed to be in Phase 1 of version 5.7. That means you'll need your Primogems ready the moment the patch drops. If you used most of your resources on Escoffier, it's going to be really tight trying to secure Skirk, especially since she's not very free-to-play friendly to begin with. She really shines only when paired with premium supports like Escoffier, Furina, Yelan, or Shinha. Without them, her performance drops drastically. Don't get me wrong, if you do have those units, she's a monster. But in F2P teams, she's definitely not S tier anymore. She's still viable and strong, just not insane. And if you're planning to go for both Skirk and Mavuika, or for Emily and Shinha, this version will stretch your resources to the limit. Not to mention that we're still getting closer to version 6.0 and the release of Nod Cry, which means more power creep, more must pulls, and potentially another wave of broken units on the horizon, like Columbina coming likely in 6.2. Honestly, I thought we'd get more Primogems this time around, especially with Tumult Subduer being introduced as a brand new endgame mode. But the total number of Primogems is still far from the level we had during earlier patches with region expansions. No new map means no exploration Primogems, and while we're in the tail end of Natlan, it does feel like we're being starved a bit before Nod Cry hits. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means you need to plan carefully. If you already pulled on Escoffier and want Skirk, make sure to clear every source of Primogems this patch. If you're aiming for Emily or Shinha in Phase 2, maybe hold off and skip Phase 1 entirely. Mavuika is probably the safest choice in terms of raw value. She's powerful, consistent, and doesn't require a ton of premium supports to get good results. But again, that's just my opinion. As always, pull for who you love. But if you're trying to be as efficient as possible with your pulls and are focused on meta, these numbers matter. Let me know in the comments how many Primogems you currently have saved up and who you're pulling for in 5.7. Thanks for watching and best of luck with your pulls. I'll see you all again after the special program with a full event and banner breakdown and all the new promo codes. Don't miss it.